Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Spaceplan Remastered. I was not expecting this to just kind of show up in my updates, but I was like, hey, you know what? I've been meaning to play more of this game. We're just gonna start over because I have no idea what's changed, and also my old save is gone. So, World Outputter, starting, loading Hopper R-type systems, loading Idiolect, sorted, hello, wakey wakey, let's get to work. Where are we? No idea, systems are being difficult. Power's all messed up too, sorted out, use your kinetic generator button on the left side of the screen. This? Alright. Speed. Okay, that's a little loud. We're gonna turn the sound effects down, like, a bunch. Because I want to listen to that sweet music. Okay, so we got some things. We got some new messages. Let's see. The Thingmaker has power. Nice. Use it to build anything in our libraries. Searching Thingmaker libraries. Loading advanced robotics. Failed. Distress call. Bugger. Cookie library. This is just silly. Potato library. It'll do. Other libraries seem to be pretty corrupt. Get us some power, please. Repair some solar panels and use the kinetogen. Idea lister is up and running. Use it to improve our your things with my lovely ideas. Okay, so I'm probably going to click a little bit. Just because. We'll do short bursts of power. Spaceplan. Bloody hell. That obnoxious boot up. Embarrassing, software devs, I. Well, there we go. All up and running. Build more things so we can work out where exactly we are. So the more of these we get, the more power we just get automatically. However, I can more or less just super click my way to victory here. We're going to get a potato. Genetically modified for more power output. Okay, just get a bunch. Is that getting... let's see. Watt per second. Ah, I can see how much it's actually, like, generating power-wise. We also have clean solar panels, and mess with the generator for 3 watts per cycle. We've also got that mystery thing that I can't really afford. Clean those solar panels, make them a little bit better. Ship status breezy. Orbiting mass, no idea. Panels are looking presentable, 3 watts every 10 seconds. And then kinetogen, kinetic generators internals for 3 watts per cycle. Okay, so that should just get us a bunch. The kinetic generator now gives you 3 watts every time you press it. Welcome to Value Town. Get some more potatoes. I mean, for the most part, what I should do is actually just save up for science. The thing is, like, the idle stuff would be nice. It does make kind of a horrible shriek, though, so I think I'm just going to turn the sound effects entirely off. Because the cool music is way better than just listening to this poor game go bloop. Okay, so we've got a potato. Modified spud for planetary harvesting. Let's see. Watts per second, more in free fall. So I think that's going to land on the planet. And then once it does, it'll actually get me some resources. If I'm correct. I'm just going to fire out some probes. Okay, probe launched. Probe launched. Our little Aaron Comet. Potato lost. Data gained. Data stored in the fact holder area at the top left. Okay, so we need some more probes to get actually useful information here. I know specifically one of the major things that's changed, at least in the remastered version, is I believe it's got more music now. Let's probably just save up for another potato. Our potatoes are getting baked in the thick atmosphere. Foil heat shield should keep them cozy. Check the idea lister. Potato foil. Wrap them in foil to stop them from burning. Perhaps add some Lee and parents. I am 99% certain the developer of this is in the UK or something. Probe launched. Challenger is a go. Hopefully, if this got a remaster, hopefully we get some more games kind of in this genre out of this dev. I haven't really kept up with, like, what else they work on, but incremental games are, like, criminally underrated in my opinion, and I wish we had more of them. Which is odd because, like, they're kind of everywhere. Potato landed successfully. This place looks familiar. Get us some more probes. Let's investigate. Let's just get a bit of everything. What was I even trying to say within all of this? I don't know. I just love the fact that the planet is actually 3D. You just don't notice it. I think we also get less solar when we're in the shadows. Yeah, so if you notice, this is completely stopped. We're still getting some extra watts from other things, but still. Solar panels will produce half in shadow through ambient light. Yeah. I just think it's really cool. But like, incremental games are kind of this like weird genre that either people really, really like or no one understands. And it's kind of like there's this odd lack of a middle ground. But that one thing I've noticed is that a lot of incremental games tend to be made by like a relatively new developer. It's very rare that you get an incremental game from a more seasoned dev. I don't think that's always the case. I think sometimes you do actually get some oddities, but for the most part, they're kind of these like, I almost kind of want to call them Flash adjacent games. That it's a good starter project, but many devs will then move on to making something else. Unfortunately, it feels like for a lot of the something else's, it's like a platformer. I don't want to say something that is like doomed in marketing. And that I'd actually love to see some devs just go all in on making like kind of a series of incremental games with more unique mechanics. Because this one, honestly, for the most part, is pure idle, but it makes up for it a lot. Mostly owing to the fact that, one, it's got a really nice, just basic visual style. It's very clean. Two, it's actually got a story. If I remember right, this game's about 5 hours long, and then once you're done, that's it. Maybe you can play a little bit more, but I don't know if there's much of a reason for it. But kind of like Universal Paperclips, it's not just here to get big number, it's here to get big number for a reason, and for me, that's super compelling. Because I find big number for the sake of big numbers, it's okay. Whereas, like, conversely, what's a good example? I mean, Orb of Creation is probably my favorite. Orb of Creation and, I don't remember the name of it anymore. There was one where you were effectively, it was like a spellcaster RPG where you start as a magic student. You're scaling your spells and abilities and working your way up. There's a couple kind of in that one. There was also the one where you're running a magic school. I found that one to be a little, I don't want to say a little scuffed, but it was, I don't know, it was a little awkward. Because you start with the magic school, you don't work your way up, you're just immediately headmaster, and then you have to, like, practically, I don't want to say, like, steal students and convince them to actually attend your college or something, but it didn't quite have the approach that I was looking for. I liked starting from truly absolutely nothing and working my way up, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it was fine, maybe I just need to give it another shot. But I don't know, I love incremental games. There's something about it that's just super chill. I think I need to bring back incremental soup. Let's see, potato power gain times 3. Yeah, that's much better. No idea what kind of potato we had before. Not even sure if it was a potato, if I'm honest. Potato power gain times 3, though. Alright, so these are generating 3 watts per second. Unfortunately, what I need is the kinetogen overclock, but that's very expensive. Why don't we save up and try and get our, get up to that 13,000 thing, see if we can get some other stuff. There's also the polished solar panels, but I don't know. Because yeah, I've been meaning to bring back the incremental soup. I think my main problem with it is just picking which games to go in. I'd recorded a video, but I wasn't sure where to start. Because I was starting to do, Realm, it wasn't Realm Clicker. You know, I don't remember. I was starting to do that one, but unfortunately that game was just arcane enough that I was like trying to relearn the mechanics, and my commentary was suffering from it. And then there's also Incremental, which just kind of goes in the mix. But I've been playing that off camera, and I shouldn't have been. Incremental is definitely the kind of thing, I don't know, maybe I'll just kind of relaunch, maybe not for all of them, but still, Sputnik. First potato satellite, 42 per second. That's, pretty big. Unfortunately, we've got a bit of a grind between us and our goals here. I guess what I could do is just go down the list. Whenever something lights up green, just hit it, regardless of what it is. Unfortunately, that does mean that we're going to end up with, like, a ludicrous amount of solar panels. Maybe is not the best. Or maybe it's fine, I don't know. I guess we could polish those solar panels. So I think the potatoes are pretty good. Let's see, 42 per second. 8 per second. So I think the potato is the better... I don't know. It's fine. Let's maybe just polish our solar panels. Because what is that going to do? Oh, yeah, that's actually a big jump. We'll just save up for that. And unfortunately, this is one of those where we are... we're going to be hitting some doldrums here a little bit. As this truly is kind of meant to be played idly, you just come back to it and grab some more stuff. Trying to do a full commentary on this. This is why the incremental soup is so important. So I can actually mix in some other ingredients, so I'm not just waiting for the clicker to scale up. It'll be fine for this video, but yeah, I don't know. I think there's a bunch of different ways I could do it. I just have to commit to things. That's my big problem. I have all of these ideas, but actually committing to them is a lot harder. And I wish it was easier. Let's see. Because yeah, I want to make game reviews. I want to write books. I want to do comics. And boy, there's just not enough time in a given day, week, or even year to get all the stuff I want done. I think most of it is I need to not goof off too much. That's like the #1 thing, is to actually spend my time reasonably efficiently. Stay off social media is like the biggest #1 thing. Don't even touch it. It's not worth it. That's a bad place. And even just trying to spend my time there is unhealthy for me. What else do we have here? So that's... Oh. That is worth saving up for, though. Potato power gain doubled times 4. Yeah, I guess the main question is, do I want to save up for a couple of Spudniks? I think so. I wish I knew how much watts per second I was gaining based on clicking. 300? It's about 300 per second is my assumption. I effectively double my watt gain by going clicking overload. Oh, Kinetogen Sparkifier. Oh, there we go. That's what we need. Yeah, so there are a couple of texts locked underneath getting to certain tiers. Because yeah, if I go with the Sparkifier, I think that's like, I don't even know what kind of boost that's going to be at, considering I'm clicking obscenely fast, once every 10 milliseconds. So that's what? Milliseconds, so that's 1,000 milliseconds, so what? We're clicking 100 times per second? That's pretty good. I don't know what the drop-off on the Sparkifier is, but it's probably kind of, like, it probably lasts for at least a little while. We might be able to double, triple, or even way higher than that our power income. Or I'm completely misjudging everything, and who knows. Still seems like a good idea to snag that, and then we'll... I don't know. I don't know when we unlock tech tiers. It used to be like every 5 or something like that for some other incremental games, but it varies greatly. You'd think I'd remember more of this stuff. Anyway, Okay, so 50% extra. That's pretty good. With the Sparkifier, every time you press the kinetogen, it'll soak up the excess sparks from our solar panels on the kinetogen screens. Every spark will give us a 1% power gain boost for a second or so. Yay! So yeah, we're setting it at 1.5, 1.6 times our normal income. Okay, so it actually looks like there's an upper limit to how fast I can click, is part of my issue. We are not actually clicking 100 times per second here, it's less than that. It's still good, don't get me wrong, but it is not as fast as I'd like it to be. The Potato gets me 8, Sputnik gets me 40. So, should go for Sputniks first. It'd be lovely if I knew the efficiency here. But, it's fine. Okay, next Sputnik. That should be good. Huh, we're only at 1.3. Weird. Unless the game has, like, clicker protection. I don't know. Well, one way or another, we're getting enough resources at this point that we should probably just kick back, relax, and get up to the point, get up to the overclock. Because I think once we have that, that's going to massively increase our power gain. I could go for everything else, but just in comparison, I don't think it's going to be worth it. So we're just going to kind of chill. I'm just going to kick my chair back. There we go. And we'll just kind of relax. Have a good time here. Yeah, I have to resist the urge to skip ahead. This is my last recording of the night, and so if I spend any amount of time not on camera, the closer we get to quiet hours for man. I don't actually know if we need to worry too much about quiet hours. My neighbor likes to run his laundry at 3 a.m. and so my assumption is he is even more of a night owl than we are, especially because their laundry machine is incredibly loud. And so my assumption is he can't be sleeping with that on, right? Kind of wish I knew. I don't, not really, but it's madness. And then the lady downstairs is quite old, so maybe we're fine. Like at some point if I see them, I'll be like, can you hear me talking at all? Do I need to worry about this? Not that I care too much. Recording after 10 p.m. is kind of rough on me. Though it's not like it really matters. I used to be such a night owl. There are videos that Shell and I have recorded that were like recorded at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I think we finished our Fire Emblem Three Houses playthrough, like only one branch. We only did that like a third of that game. And I have no inclination to go back for the other branches. We finished that at like 5:30, 6:30 in the morning. We were just so committed. We were so ready to be done. And also we were night owls, so it didn't matter too much. Now we're a little bit less of ones. Namely, just living near family actually makes it so you kind of have to get up at reasonable hours sometimes. Because it's just like, come over for lunch. And we're like, we don't wake up until 3 o'clock. And that's, you can't do that. And also, neighbors aren't always the best at dealing with, not being noisy. And so like, even if I wanted to sleep in, it's kind of hard to, because somebody will go like driving by loudly or something else will happen, and it's just kind of like, okay, yeah, probably better to just have a normal human schedule. At some point I'd love to have a house where I can just like be and do whatever I want to be. Okay, let's get the overclock. Kinetogen now produces a less modest 100 watts per cycle. Whoa! Oh yeah, there's the money right there. So do we want to just get a couple of Sputniks quick? I think so. Unfortunately, compared to the Kinetogen, it's not really worth it. But the next Kinetogen upgrade is 400,000. Like, I could actually go for that. It's not even that heinous. Let's in fact probably go for that. Because at this point, we are getting thousands per 1,000 per second. 1, 2, 3. It's like 2 or 3,000 per second per click. Rather than going for all of those mid-tier upgrades, I think it'd be better to go just save up for the Kinetogen, and then come back down and go get everything else, maybe. Like, I do miss the old days where I was actually just recording as much as I want, full series on everything. And something I don't want to say I will never go back to, because, like, if YouTube and streaming ever changes in such a way that I actually have a chance to do that again, I'd consider it. The problem is I've recorded, what? 1, 2, 3... like 5 videos today. That's about 5 hours of work. This is my 5th and my 6th. I'm losing it. And, like, one of the videos had a false start, so I had to start over and a couple other things. So, like, 5.5 hours. That's a very reasonable work day. Got started kind of late. I don't think I started recording until 11 noon, somewhere in there. I'd have to double check, and now it's pushing 9 o'clock. So, like, there's a lot of inefficiency that I could cut out there as well. Namely, big one is actually just having my videos rendered and ready before I actually get started for the day. Because recently I've been kind of on the back foot, and I don't like being there, because I'm recording a video and then immediately uploading it so it can go live, and that sucks. That's just the worst feeling. Because then the video goes out later than I'd like it to, and it's harder to do quality control, so I make some mistakes. So, like, if you saw my Banished Vault video, I have, like, just a couple seconds in the very beginning where my commentary is only coming out of one ear, and that's not the greatest. And so it's one of those where it's like, I do miss the days where I was just recording endless videos, because I had so many and so much that I could just kind of rely on it. But that also... it was such a strain, and the older I get, the more that strain becomes, like, actually non-viable. And so it's kind of easier to not do that. And like I said, I have so many other things I want to work on that, like, as much as I enjoy playing through large quantities of games, and, like, with commentary especially, maybe it's easier not to for me. I'm still gonna try. Like, my main goal right now, apart from, you know, the usual indie impressions, is finish Lobotomy Corporation, and then maybe tackle Library of Ruina. Or maybe move on to something else. We'll see. Oh my god, look at that go. Now I can afford so many things. Super Kinetogen is 300 million. I don't think I should do it. I should get the Spark Catcher, though. I don't know. Let's get a bunch of these. Let's get my passive gain up a bit. I have, like, no basis in this, but I want to see if there's any tech I can unlock on the cheaper tiers. Just in case there is. And if there isn't, so be it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Alright, let's just go down the tech list, because at this point, I don't know. What does a Spark Catcher even give me? 2% power gain per spark. That's gonna be really good. Okay, so what do these get me? Potato power gain or potato power gain? Yeah, let's go for that. It also looks like the multiplier goes up based on how high of a income I can possibly get to. Yeah, I think let's get the, maybe the potato plant. Let's get a potato plant. Harvest power from the surface. 230 watts per second. Once landed. I wonder if I'm actually going to be harvesting from other planets too. The problem is, all of these upgrades aren't making a meaningful difference here compared to how fast I'm clicking. I am actually wondering if the Super Kinetogen... 10,000 clicks. 10,000 per cycle. I don't know. Okay, potato plant launched. Potato plant landed successfully. Impact uncovered ancient stuff. Well, excavate the site with more power. Check the data area for progress. So it seems like the more potato plants I have, the faster that's going to go. So maybe, yeah, we'll get a couple of them. I think I'll get the Kinetogen Spark Catcher next. I don't know. I think we'll work our way down the upgrades. Even if things currently don't make much of a difference, they will at some point. Well, the one problem with firing those plants simultaneously is now they're like jammed together. That might actually look a little weird. Oh well. It's a solid 2.5 times. That's pretty good. What's this one? Spark Lover. Even more. Yeah, do I want to buy anything else? Not overwhelmingly, no. I think we'll just get the couple of science. At least for the moment. Golden solar panels. 4 watts per second. It's not really that good. It's about the equivalent of buying another potato plant. Except for a little bit more expensive. Sputnik power and potato power. I mean, I suppose. Whoa, wait, what? Why is our multiplier up to 20? What happened? Previously it was like 3 point something. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to touch it. I'm honestly trying to decide. Oh, it's dropped down. Oh, is it the Sputnik? It's got to be that. Or the potato when it's in free fall, maybe? Yeah, so I think the multiplier was lying to me a little bit. A couple of plants. Yeah, it seems like if I have something in free fall, it gives me a much bigger multiplier, but I don't think I'm seeing that in the numbers. No, I kind of am. Yeah, I don't know how to get it up there, but I think this is fine. We'll leave it at 10 times. Touch nothing. I think I'm just going to save up for that super kinetogen. Unless that multiplier ticks down. Because slow as this kind of is, super kinetogen, getting up to that 30 million watts, that's gonna increases my base clicking power by 20. Like, we're already kind of obscene as we are. I mean, obviously the game is just pure scientific notation, so there's not really a whole lot of reason to, I don't want to say care. You know, even if, like, right now, yes, we are gaining oodles of watts. It's gonna dip off really quickly. Oh. Sorry, we actually have some things. Every solar spark soaked up with the kinetogen gives us a 2% power gain. Now get a 3% boost for every solar spark we soak up. On the kinetogen screens now. That's power. Oh yes, check out the DEM panels. 4 watts per second per panel. And then something in Russian, I think. 3 times power production from Sputniks. And we still haven't lost our power boost. I'm starting to doubt. Okay, so what does this do? Yeah, maybe we just do that. I mean, we're already back up to 1 million. Oh, let's see. And then we do have the potato plant planters. If I want to grab that. Yeah, we'll work our way down science-wise. Oh, we're done with our analysis. Inhabitants all dead. Comparing the data to what little info I have on the file, it looks like we're on our home planet Terra, which can't be right. It's not meant to be dead. That's correct. It must be the year 2350. Updated our data records. Developed landing technology. I want to get a closer look at this thing. I've added it to the idea lister. Okay, so let's take a look. 2% over wattage, 2.2, 14%, 18%, and then most over wattage. Let's get a bunch of potatoes, because I know they're worth a fair bit. Let's see, in that case, I should probably get the graphene Sputnik wraps. They're actually... it's probably still worth it. I don't know. I still feel like I should go for the 30 million. I think we will before we're done with this video. But I have increased my power game. So maybe it's fine. Oh, I get up to times 10 when I'm in the sun. I get half that when I'm in the shadow. Of course. Let's just go for the pod module. The graphene Sputnik wraps, like, it's worth it, but I think I'd rather go for the pod module for the moment. That might unlock new things for me. Prepare an escape pod for a harsh landing. Ship will remain in orbit for producing things. Hopper R-Type's person pod is ready for separation. The ship will remain in orbit for thing-making operations. I'll take a trolley load of power. It'll take a trolley load of power to get us out of orbit. Fire when ready. Like, using the idea lister. 2 million. Actually, that's not too bad. Yeah, it's return to Earth. Eject from your hopper and return to Earth. Ejecting pod for atmospheric re-entry. With our separation from the main ship, our Thingmaker can focus on bigger things. Okay, so the blue dot is us. Presumably. Yeah, do I want to grab the graphene wraps? Maybe. Entering atmosphere? Pod's still intact after that nasty little impact. Oh, the whole Earth thing. Yeah, it looks like it's it. Let's get our radar improved using, I don't know, our massive Sputnik network? Whatever, just confirm the Earth theory. Also, I think I've got enough data to understand how the humans all killed themselves. No point in explaining it to you. It's pretty complicated stuff. I may have a world-saving plan, though. Get us that system peaker. For sure. I think I'm gonna get the potato planters first. We could also get a tater tower. How much is that? 1,600 on its own. That's okay. Sputnik doubled. It's okay too. I still think this is going to be better. Potato plants protected in planters. This gives them an extra doubles their power production. I mean, I suppose I should buy a couple more. Okay. Unfortunately, the solar panels, I don't think are actually really pushing the dial at this point. I'm just going to see if I get any new tech. Doesn't look like it. Sometimes it's based on tiers, sometimes it is not. And I guess I suppose that got us an amount. Oh, am I in the, I'm in the shadow again. I will say the more stuff we grab, it seems the higher I can get that multiplier up. Yeah, so I guess it is worth investing in literally everything here. But let's get a tater tower. Just to see what that nets me. Tater tower launched. Is it that giant stonking monstrosity that's just coming down? It is. You got a graphene thing? Yeah. Okay. Do not know what that translates to. I'm also not sure what these red things are. Maybe that was just dust and particle effects. Well, now we've got a tower. I could get two, but I think at this point we save for the kinetogen. Our income is more than good enough. And boy, getting that is going to thrust us into the stratosphere of power generation. I don't know, there's just something truly satisfying about getting hyped around big number. Yeah, I want that system peaker, but we're gonna get the super kinetogen first. Seeing is we're already 2/3 of the way there. Just shy of. And then I'm gonna have so many tater towers. Ugh. I might do the really funny thing and save up and get a bunch of tater towers all at once. So we have this just like weird tower metropolis. Just for the heck of it. I wonder if we ever clean this thing up or if it's just going to remain a mess. It does look... We definitely don't have 45 potatoes on the planets. Nor Spudniks. So there's got to be an upper limit where it stops showing. Oh, hey. Not as fast as I thought it would be. It's still blisteringly fast, but it's not as good as I thought it would be. Well, let's get the system peaker. No, it is that good. We are definitely zooming in comparison. System peaker. Right, let's get this story straight. Check the system peaker. Access it using the button on the screen and the... Okay, system peaker. Yep. Pretty likely we're on Earth. So my plan. This will sound silly, but try to bear with me. The idea is based entirely on my total understanding of some Stephen Hawking's book I picked up in my data thingy. According to the disproven Big Crunch theory, the universe at some point is going to reverse direction and all mush together. If I've misunderstood correctly, time might go backwards during the shrinking of space-time. But probably not, but let's go with it. If, right, we put these huge bugger-off massive boosters on this planet, we can remain in stable orbit while firing more taters into the sun. This will increase its mass, meaning that we'll have to go faster to stay in orbit. Faster we go, the slower our perception of time relative to the universe. Time travel, Matthew McConaughey type stuff. With enough mass, the sun will collapse in on itself into a black hole type deal. Then we approach its event horizon. At the event horizon, time will become infinite. Now, I'm 90% certain that this is a euphemism for maddening death, but I'm a robot who can't feel, and you're a person experiencing a very linear narrative, so... With time being infinite, we'll reach the big crunchy crunch in no time. Or infinite time. I'm pretty confused at this point, to be honest. Anyway, then we'll probably question mark, get a big old bang. Time reverses and goes back to going forward. Hopefully the universe ends up in a more or less identical state to before. But this time, I, know how the human race dies. We return to Earth, let them know, we're heroes, roll credits. Start the extended remake and sell it on mobile, tablet, and PC. I wonder if they added that. Shush with your plot holes. Let's do this. Planet boosters. Okay, well, things are expensive. So let's turn on the super money. And let's get probably a bunch of potato plants as kind of a stopgap. All at once. Alright. Let's finish this off. So I have... almost enough money for a bunch of tater towers all at once, yeah? There's also a spud gun and a something else, but... maybe I clicked that too much. I think I might have... functionally bought them instantly. That's 4 towers simultaneously. Oops. Whatever. Let's see. Double their income? Yeah. Let's just speed this along. What else are we gonna do? Probably buy a bunch of solar panels at some point. Do we need to? I don't know. Okay, we have 100 solar panels and we didn't get any new tech from that. But our multiplier's higher, so I guess that's worth it. What are the red things? Oh, still the dust from the towers, probably. Yeah, the more of each of these tax I buy, or each of the things I buy, the greater that multiplier I can get. So we should probably go just kind of bananas with it. Just buy everything up to the point where it's worth way too much money and we can't really afford it. We have gotten to the point where a potato is more expensive than a potato plant. What is even the... oh, yeah, less than 1%. The potatoes are still holding, but everything else not so much, though. Let's do Spudniks next. Okay, do we want to get a... do we want to get the planet booster? You can definitely tell that one tower is just a bit thicker than the others. But yeah, I should have not Autobot 4 of them simultaneously. That was silly on my part. Alas. Let's see. What's my multiplier up to? It seems like we're hanging at about 20. But my income is absurd, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. Yeah, do we save up for a planet booster? Yeah, let's get that. Let's see what happens. I don't know what we can do with the system peaker, to be honest. Thingmaker has deployed the planet booster. All the potato things produce twice as much power, and greasy hashies. Fair enough. This is absurd. Okay, there we go. Excellent, the planet booster is in position. Earth the spaceship ready for time travel stuff. Build spud guns to increase the sun's mass, increasing our speed and therefore speeding up time, or whatever. The more things you build, solar panels, probe potatoes, etc., the higher the mass of the spuds and taters that we can fire into the sun. This feels confusing. Okay, 3 mass per 10 seconds. 8,000 watts per second. That's upsettingly high. Alright, so that's just going to be their shooting. Sure. Okay. Let's get another. Yeah, don't know how many of these we can get. What else do we want to do? Because I kind of want to leave the Tater Towers, even though I know I'd benefit from actually getting a couple of them at this point. I mostly want to bypass them just for a little while longer so I can get a bunch of them. I think at this point we have enough. 85,000 per second, and then of course I'm absurd. There goes Mercury. Bye. Wow. It did not take much solar mass. Like Venus. We just killed Venus. It's for the greater good. On one hand, the ethics of this are confusing. Mars's water evaporated. Also, Mars is dead. You may not know about Ceres, but it doesn't matter because it just got swallowed by the sun. Uranus just got destroyed. The sun's mass hasn't even gone up by 1%. Jupiter is gone. Unfortunately, that awful recent film about it isn't enough. Sorry, really? It was a terrible film. Oh, Jupiter ascending. There goes Saturn. Almost feel responsible. Almost. Neptune boiled and then went all steamy. I'm saying that you just killed Neptune too. Pluto isn't even a dwarf planet now because it's dead. Eris is a dwarf planet too, by the way. Well, it was 5 seconds ago before you carelessly flung it into the sun. And I'm just firing potatoes at this thing. Potato launcher. Sure. Okay, let's Let's get up to like 100,000 and get as many tater towers as we possibly can get. Or not 100,000, 100 million. But not all at once. We want to space it out a little bit so we get this like funny line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I could get 7. Probably worth it. Look at that sweet tower procession I've got going on there. It's kind of artistic. Oh, it even links up with one of the ones that's already on the ground. Oh, it might... No, it doesn't do that automatically. That would have been cool if it did it automatically. The sad part is, it's probably better to just get another potato launcher. Oh well. Okay, greasy hashies. What are the tater towers even providing? 25%. It's actually reasonably split. Yeah, what's our multiplier up to? Still hanging at about 200,000, or not 200,000, 20%. Our planet is kind of weird. Okay, spud gun. Oh, that's spud gun power. Doubled. Yeah, probably. Thing is, the potato launchers are possibly better. I don't know, man. We're just going for it. Hashies are best greasy. ×2 power production from tater towers. Let's see. Anything else? No. So the sun's mass has gone up by 1%. Do we really want to go too much further than this? Or... I got a couple more minutes in me. And then we'll stop. I think I just want to get up to the best genetic things. And then I think that'll be it for me. We've definitely made it a lot further than the last time I played this. And I was using a clicker too. Maybe that was a shorter video or who knows what. Because I think I'd stopped when I got a tater tower and that was it. Maybe I just was doing things a little bit too by the book. It's actually... Solar spuds would be good, but we should probably just go for the best genetic things first. Oh... I wonder if that's not going to scale the tater tower. Who knows? Let's find out. Okay, so all the potato things produce twice as much. So 42,000 up to 84,000. Oh, yeah, that just functionally doubles our income. Woo! That's big money. Okay, what else do we even want to buy here? I mean, probably solar spuds. Solar spuds activated. First, full circle. ×2 power gen from spud guns. Look at that income. It's silly. Get a bunch of solar panels until I run out of money. Wow. I can buy a lot of them. Oh gosh, why is our multiplier up to like 60? Oh, is it because it's solar panels? Oh, the more solar panels I have, the bigger the multiplier. Oh. This is now an obscenity. Okay. I don't think the potatoes help. No, it really is a solar panel situation. Huh. I had no idea. We can get a lot of those. Let's see, total spud density. Yeah, we're almost there. No ideas right now. I think we just got to get to more mass. Well, I've outproduced. That's fair. Do we want to just throw $1 billion into potatoes? There's just a line of potatoes flying now. I don't know. I think it's almost most practical for me to just keep investing in large quantities of solar panels. It's expensive, but it cranks up my wattage multiplier, and that's almost more valuable than anything else. I was wondering how they would become relevant, and the answer is, oh, that's how. Okay, let's get a couple of those. Anything else? Plated launchers. Potato launcher power doubled, and then the next one is each potato launch potato's mass. I mean, that's big number. Oh god, the numbers have gotten too big. I probably should have waited on those, but now we've got a stack that just fires lots. Yeah, let's just get as many solar panels as we can. I think we're good. It's still no more ideas. We've probably got to get mass up to 100% before anything else changes, which I gotta question, like, how close am I to done? Because it feels like we're getting pretty close to the point where everything's gonna become problems. I have no idea. It's just, gosh, we can get so many solar panels, and yeah, we're hitting it like 200 times. And that spin is silly. Why is the planet spinning so fast? Oh, it's because time is probably passing faster. Is that it? It probably is. Okay, you know what? I have so much money. I'm just going to... Oh, the planet is spinning so fast. Oh, this is going to look very cursed in a kind of amusing way. I didn't even think about that. Is the planet just going to be this giant white ball by the time I'm done? If so, that's funny. Okay, but do we do anything else at this point? I'm just gonna pepper it with a bunch of potato plants. Let's get our power going again. But yeah, the planet is spinning so fast that these aren't even gonna line up. Oh, I think they're gonna line up. They're just gonna line up stupid. Okay. Yeah, let's just get a bunch of those. I don't think we're even... No, I guess we do actually fire out a bunch of Sputniks there. That's fine. Better just buy a bunch of them. Okay, so I think at this point is a good stopping point. We've gone above and beyond where we need to be. And as much as I'd like to keep playing, it is getting late. So, I guess before I go, I should mention that Spaceplan is $3. It's an absurdly cheap game and is a ton of fun. Whoa. Okay. Do not alt-tab this game. It does not like it at all. Yeah, really at this point, I think we're just waiting until we have enough resources. I wonder if these split off and spread out a little bit. Hard to say. Let's just buy a bunch of them. Who cares about a nicely designed space? I just need more gun. It does feel like they're just firing randomly, which is nothing short of amusing. Anyway, so, I guess with all that said, yeah, Spaceplan is $3. It's an incredibly solid, little incremental game that's very much worth your money. And honestly, I'd recommend paying the extra $3 for the soundtrack, because it's so chill and it's so nice to listen to. But with all of that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. With that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.